Okay, that is good to know. Okay, Natalia, I know your roots go back to oil and energy. How do you transition into cryptocurrency and digital assets?
Well, I totally agree with Alice, and I believe that blockchain as technology is definitely a future because it provides security. For instance, we're looking at two ICOs right now, and one of them is backed by one of the most top European banks, but it's a mining company, so going back to the natural resources, and the assets would be primarily United States. And they the principle is that they're doing ICO, and all the outtake, that everything they sell from their mines, people have to buy with their tokens. So not only they are increasing the value of their token circulation, they're getting more money coming in, so they can buy more assets to increase their production capacity. So that's one of them, even though ICOs lately have a very bad name, but there's still some of them that are still going on because the concept is there. And if you deal with major banks, major companies, people who know what they're doing with a good reputation and everything done according to all the financial regulations, there's definitely money to be made and good investment opportunities there.
And continuing along those lines, for a family office investor or even a small investor, how should they allocate? How should one allocate? What are some of the guidelines around allocating into this exciting new asset class? What percentage, or any thoughts on that?
Well, let's step away from the ICO and blockchain as technology and go into the cryptocurrency space. So Bitcoin right now is one of the lowest points. And there's right now a lot more buyers of Bitcoin in the market than sellers, especially for much larger blocks. And I would say that if you want to buy a large block, you should go with the OTC traders, the ones who deal directly with large buyers or sellers or miners. If CoinDesk is more for individual investing, plus they charge a lot more commissions. So that's kind of what we do as well. We work with very big institutions and buyers and sellers, and we look at the different transactions. So we are pretty active in that space as well. And as far as the percentage of portfolio, I really think that it's important to have 5-10% of probably like 5% if you're not active in that space, just to keep it for the future, because even though it's speculation, the way the markets are going, I think it's good to have a little hedge in that world. And as far as between, let's say, Ethereum or Bitcoin, I say Ethereum lost a lot of value because at EOS they raised like $4 billion, and when they're trying to sell their coins, most of them are done in Ether, so overhang is so big that it's definitely affected the price of Ethereum, of Ether, and but I think in the long run, because Ethereum requires a lot less power, I think in the long run, let's say with 10 years range, it might be a better investment than Bitcoin. But for now, I know of so many buyers who are looking for large blocks of Bitcoin.
And how about you, Dallas?
Office space.
And so, Natalia, what was sort of the aha moment for you when did you wake up one morning and say, oh my God, I have to invest in this, or did it happen gradually over time?
I kind of don't believe in speculation overall, so that's why I would personally allocate a very small percentage for actually currencies themselves. But we really focus on technology aspects, and Bitcoin, the blockchain provides the security and safety for transactions, and that's why I think they're pretty big in the mining space. So we started looking at it from the point of technology, and like you said about internet, it will become probably a future, and a lot of industries would not exist without blockchain, so you want to be ahead of the game from technology aspect point of view. But just not for speculation, to have 1 to 5% of your portfolio in either Bitcoin or Ether, it's just for money that you can afford to lose, it just so you don't feel like you're left out. I want to add, we actually just yesterday signed an engagement with a TV with WAM Network, which is basically a TV channel for gaming. And to your point, if my son was not obsessed with video games, then I didn't start looking into it and not realizing how huge this industry is. that gave me a huge opportunity to invest and be part of the company that will be an MTV for gaming. So totally.